just getting comfortable to begin with. Feet about hip width apart, just grounded on the floor. Think about pressing that big toe into the ground, the heel into the ground as well. Nice long neck. And then we're just going to begin with some head circles, ear to the shoulder, circling your head all the way round, and then change direction. Going the other way. Good, one more each way. Stretching into the side and the back of the neck. Good, okay, and then just taking both hands behind the head now, pulling the elbows back. Just going for a thoracic rotation, then tucking the chin down, elbows together, and then stretching the chest again, pulling the elbows back. Good, and as we're doing this, really think about lifting up to the ceiling, standing tall. Imagine you've got someone pulling you up by a thread. So lengthening the spine. Good, and thinking about your breathing as well. Deep breath in, and then breathing out. And then stretching, keep the elbows wide this time, all the way out. Good, hold that position, and taking both hands out to the side. Pull the shoulders down, turn the thumbs, rotating your palms, turning them behind you, then bending the elbows, bring them onto the lower back. Good, and then back out. Turn the thumbs. Bring them behind their head. Keep the elbows wide. And one more time, out. Turn the thumbs. Bend the elbows, bring them on the lower back. Good. And back out. Turn the thumbs. Behind the head. Then more of a thoracic rotation, just extend one arm out. Then rotate, bring it all the way back. Feel that rotation in the upper back. So the upper to mid back. Back behind the head. Then same to the other side. Extend the arm. Rotating all the way around, and then back behind the head. One more to each side. Good, so just waking up the body here, mobilizing our muscles and joints. Last one. Good. Okay, just bring your hands down now, resting on the hips, and then reaching up and over, just going for a stretch down the side body. And over to the other side, up and over. Good, one more to each side. And last one. Good, okay, now keeping your hands on your hips, we're going to aim to feel that pelvis move. I'll just show you from the side. So aiming to stick the tailbone behind you, arching the back very slightly. And then tucking the tailbone underneath. As you tuck it down, you're going to feel that engagement in the stomach muscles. The abdominals tighten. Then again, stick the tailbone behind. Pull the shoulders back as well. You can bend your knees to help you. And then tuck underneath. And again, stick that tailbone behind. Feel that movement in the pelvis. Tucking it underneath. Behind. And tuck under. Good, bring it forwards, try and relax the glutes. And one more time. And under. Keeping your hands on your hips, we're just going to exaggerate the standing cat camel now. So pulling the elbows back and then elbows coming forward. So it's still moving the pelvis, but also moving the elbows as well. Behind you, opening the chest, and then forwards, rounding the back. And again. Okay, then just moving into a forward fold, so keeping the knees soft, pushing the hips back, folding from the hips as you lean forwards. Think about drawing the belly button into the spine, engaging our lower abdominals, breathing out, coming all the way back up. And again, deep breath in, leaning forwards, engaging the stomach muscles, draw the belly button in, breathing out as you come back up. And one more time, keep the elbows back, push the tailbone behind you, stomach muscles working against gravity to draw the belly button in, and breathe out, coming back up. Good. Okay, then making your way down onto the floor now, coming onto all fours. So once you're on all fours, we're just going to go through another cat-camel, this time in this position, arching and rounding. So lifting the head and the tailbone together and then dropping them down, feeling that movement in the spine. Thinking about the breathing here. Deep breath in as you lift the head and the tailbone, and then breathing out as you round, draw the belly button in. And last few. Good, okay, just coming back to neutral now, getting that neutral position, back staying flat, and then we're going to go for the opposite arm and leg, extending away from one another. Engaging the stomach muscles, bring it back in, and then same over to the other side. If you're struggling with the balance, keep the leg or the foot on the ground as you extend. Reaching out as far as you can. Good. So stomach muscles are having to work hard here to keep you balanced. Nice and slow, controlling it back to the center each time. And switching to the other side. Keep this going. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, back to the center. Just taking your knees out to the side, feet staying together, then sinking down into child's pose, opening your hips. Feeling that stretch in the chest, in the back, and in the hips as well. Good, and then adding in some movement here, just shifting the weight forwards, coming back up onto all fours, bringing the shoulders over the top of the wrists, and then back down onto the heels. Deep breath in as you guide the body forwards over your wrists, and breathing out as you sink back down onto your heels, going into that nice stretch. And one more time. Okay, just relax it there into child's pose, holding that position for another 10 seconds. You can rest your head on the floor if you want to. Good, okay, and then just making your way over onto your back next. So just lying on your back, we're just going to go into some pelvic tilts again. So just pushing the back into the mat, draw the belly button into the spine, and then release. So each time you push your back into the ground, draw the belly button in, engaging those lower abdominals, then release. Try and relax your feet and relax your legs while you're doing this. Good, okay, we're going to keep this going, but this time adding in some arm movement. As you push the back down into the ground, reach your arms over your head. And then breathing out as you relax and release. Bring your arms back down to the ground. So deep breath in. As you bring your arms over your head, push the back into the ground. Push the rib cage down. And breathe out. Good. As you reach your arms over your head, feel the rib cage expand. Deep breath in. And then breathing out, arms back down to your sides. Just relax them by your sides. And then just going into a bridge, starting with the pelvic tilt, then lifting your hips up off the ground, and then slowly, one vertebra at a time, lowering yourself back down to the mat. Keeping your knees parallel. Good, and just keep this going. Relax the glutes as you lower back down again, feeling that pelvic floor lift. Relax the glutes, slowly down. Good, okay, relax it there, bring your hips back down again, pushing your back into the mat, and then we're just going to go for some walkouts, creeping one foot then the other, away from the centre of the body. The further out you go, the harder it's going to be to push the back down, and then one foot at a time, taking your feet back in again. And keep repeating. So as soon as you feel the back start to lift, just taking your feet back up again. Good. And one more time. Hopefully you're starting to feel the stomach muscles engage, waking up. And back in again. Good. Okay. Bringing your arms all the way up now, fingertips pointing to the ceiling. And then just pull the shoulders down, push the rib cage into the mat. Bringing one shin up, then the other. Keeping your arms in the same position, and then just going for some toe taps. Tapping one foot, then the other, down onto the mat. For 45 seconds, off we go. Keep pulling everything down to the mat. Good. So it's such a small movement, this one, but if you're doing it well, you're really going to feel that engagement in the stomach muscles. Good, almost there, 10 more seconds. The closer you tap your foot, the easier it will be, the harder it is the further you tap the foot away. 3, 2, 1, good. Okay, bring the feet back down, just bring your arms out to the side, and then moving into a spinal rotation, just rocking the knees gently side to side, stretching into the back. Good, okay, bring your arms back to the centre, back to the middle, resting by your side, feet hip width apart, and then back into our pelvic tilt with our bridges, lifting the hips up and slowly rolling down. Relax the glutes as you lower back to the floor. And slowly down, bring your back down to the mat again. Bring your fingers up, fingertips pointing to the ceiling, pull the shoulders back, rib cage down onto the mat, one shin coming up, then the other, and back into our toe taps for 45 seconds, one foot then the other, tapping down. Off we go. So same movement as before. If you want to make it harder, tap further away. To make it easier, just bring your feet a bit closer. Good, try to make sure the legs are at a right angle as well, so not too close to the chest. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bring your arms back out to the side again. Feet and knees together, and then just going for that gentle spinal rotation, rocking your knees side to side. Stretching into the hips and the back. Good, okay, bring your arms back down to your sides, and we're going to repeat this one more time. So feet hip width apart, back into our pelvic tilt bridge, lift the hips, slowly rolling down. So each time you lift up, you can squeeze the glutes and then release them, engaging our abdominals as we slowly lower back down. One more time. Good, so just finishing that when you're on, coming back down again. Lower back, staying flat on the mat, bring the fingers up, pointing towards the ceiling, pull the shoulders back into the mat, one foot up, then the other, into our last round of these two single leg toe taps. Off we go. So last 45 seconds. Good, so we're really targeting those deep abdominal muscles here. Final 15 seconds, last push. Keep pushing the back down. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Bring your arms back out to the side, and then last of the spinal rotations, gently rocking your knees side to side. Good, okay, and then we're just going to make our way back over onto all fours again, so you can roll onto your side, and then coming back over onto all fours. Okay, so once we're on all fours, again back to a neutral position, back flat. We're going to go for the bird dog, so your arm and leg are going to extend away from the centre, and then adding in that crunch, knee to elbow. Bring your hand and knee back down, then we'll do the same over to the other side. So extend away, and crunch, knee to elbow. Off we go. Good, and each time just take your time with this. So we're targeting both the back and the stomach muscles here. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, back down into child's pose. You're stretching it out. Give your wrists a rest for a second. Good, okay, and then making your way slowly all the way onto your front now. So we're going to target more of the back muscles with some swimmers. So lowering yourself slowly to the ground, arms and legs extending away from one another, and then we're going to lift again opposite arm and leg up to the ceiling. So working more of the back muscles here. Off we go. Good. Keep it going, lifting those arms up. Good, last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, slide your hands close to your chest and then moving into the Mackenzie press up, digging the fingers in towards the mat, lifting the chest up off the floor, pull the shoulders down, taking a deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, just lowering down back towards the mat. Just relax it there before we go again, digging the fingers into the ground. You can keep the elbows bent, pushing up off the floor. Pull your shoulders down, feeling that stretch in the back and the chest. Deep breath in and breathing out, back down. And one more time. Deep breath in, lifting up, pull the shoulders down and breathing out, back down. Good. Okay, we're going to make our way back up onto all fours, pushing up, and then again just sinking down onto your heels into child's pose. Stretching that out. Good, okay, just coming back onto all fours and then making your way one last time onto your back again. So we'll finish off with some stretches. You can get comfortable on your back and then we'll begin with the right leg. So you're going to extend the left leg all the way down to the ground. And then once you're ready, you're going to hug that right knee in towards the chest. So stretching into the back. And the hip as well. And then with that knee, just rocking it gently across the body, out to the side and across. Feeling that stretch on the outside of the hip as you pull across and the inside of the thigh as you take it outwards. Good, okay. Then just holding onto the back of the leg as you lift the foot to the ceiling, stretching into the hamstring. You can pull the toes towards you to get more of a stretch into the calf as well. Good, bring it back down, extend it down towards the ground, then we're going to do the same on the left leg. So pulling that left knee close to the chest, hugging it towards you. And then adding those rocks with the shins side to side, opening up the hip, and then pulling it across, stretching around the outside of the hip. Good, okay, and then holding onto the back of the leg as you lift the toes to the ceiling, pull the toes towards you to get more of a stretch. Good, okay, bring it back down and then you can hug both knees in towards the chest and add a few rocks gently side to side if you want to here, stretching into the lower back, massaging into the lumbar spine. Good, okay, you bring the legs back down and then just taking a deep breath in, reaching your arms over your head. Once they're extended all the way out, just breathing out, then breathing deeply into this stretch, feeling that pull into the chest and the fronts of the shoulders. Think about your elbows relaxing into the mat or down to the floor. Good, bring your arms back down to your sides. And then slowly making your way back over onto all fours. And then once you're on all fours, just back into a few cat camels again, arching and rounding the spine. Good, okay, and then making your way into a kneeling position so you can hold on to something to help you with balance for this. With 1 foot forwards into that kneeling position. Think about tucking the tailbone underneath you. Lunging slightly forward so you're getting a nice pull down the front of the thigh into the hip flexor and the groin. Good. Bring the leg back, switching sides. You can hold on again to change legs into that kneeling position. Tuck the tailbone underneath. Leaning into it. Good, bring the weight back and then just taking your time coming up off the floor. You can hold on to something to help you up. Into a standing position, then we'll finish with a good full body stretch. So once you're up, taking a deep breath in, reach your arms all the way over your head, nice big full body stretch. And then soft knees, as we breathe out, we're going to reach down towards our knees, our shins, maybe even our toes if we want to. Feeling that pull down the backs of the legs, just bend your knees more if you need to. And then with soft knees, slowly rolling up, one vertebra at a time. Back into a standing position, roll the shoulders back. Well done, and you can rest there. Good work, everyone. So that was our core control, targeting those deeper abdominal muscles.